Swear to God, I gotta get my shit together. Young nigga known around these parts, I can pop my shit wherever. I'm walking with God in these DRs, used to dance with the devil. Young nigga, it takes some sacrifice to make it to this level. Yeah, I put in that work, nigga, I ain't cry about it. Look at that.
What's good, YouTube? We're back with another video, and today we have another death battle video. Yeah, just to put this out in the air, I don't know who I know who the White Lantern is, but I don't know who is Simon the Digger. That sound close to, and I ain't gonna say it, but yeah, I don't know much about either of these people. From the looks of it, it looks like he is a Voltron. I don't know. He got a mech suit. That's all I know. Oh, snap. We're not even looking at it. But yeah, he got a mech suit. And he look like he from an anime or a cartoon. I don't really, I don't know. So yeah, I'm finna learn a little bit about these people. And let's see who wins this death battle.
Simone the Digger.
Simone.
Rayner, the
yeah,
White Lantern.
Rayner.
Two men born of Earth with the willpower to pierce the heavens and conquer infinity. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
Yeah,
and
boom.
It's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Yeah.
Deep underground, Jiha Village lived in dreary isolation, oblivious to the wider world above their squalid cave.
That's where the hero of our story comes in. The young man who would lead his comrades into the sunlight at last. Kamina, the great and mighty. Oh, and his little brother from another mother, Simone. He was there too, I guess.
Simone was a digger, content to drill.
At 21, 6'2", Simone is a mangaka in another universe. The Anti-Spiral. What anime is this? I heard the Anti-Spiral before. I just don't remember from where.
Endlessly through the dirt until the day he found the core drill.
A key that activated the mysterious buried mech that Kamina named Lagan. Under his magnificently masculine leadership, Kamina finally drilled their way to freedom, seeing the sun after a life in the dark.
But the sky was by no means the limit. The surface was ruled by the cruel chimeric beastmen, and Kamina would lead his compatriots against them to reclaim the Earth for humanity, scoring a second mech in the process, aptly named Gurren.
And as befits Kamina and Simone's unbreakable brotherly bond, Gurren and Lagan merged, creating Gurren Lagan.
With Kamina piloting the body and Simone the head, these two were unstoppable.
Of all the giant fighting robots in all the animes across history, Gurren Lagan might just be the absolute coolest, fueled by its pilot's willpower and capable of making any weapon they can imagine,
including missiles.
No, that's crazy. This shit is running on straight willpower. This shit wouldn't work for me. Bro, my willpower is very low at the moment because, bro, I don't really feel like doing anything. And I don't feel like pushing myself to do anything either. So yeah, this mech would not work for me. Sunglasses boomerang. That's kind of cool, I ain't gonna lie. And then come back and put that. Ooh, that'd be tough. That'd be tough.
A jetpack, a sunglasses boomerang, and of course,
drills, wrist-mounted drills,
drills, and more drills.
Kamehameha drills, and everyone's favorite, the Giga Drill Bureku. Side note: it is so funny that the only thing they could think of was drills. That's like if I made booze or something. My whole personality.
With Gurren Lagan's awesome power, Kamina laid waste to enemy forces.
Is this show just about drills? Cause hell nah. I don't know if I can watch it. I don't know. Like, is all the fight scenes is just people fighting with drills and more drills, but in flashy ways?
Created human villages and fomented a rebellion against the Beastmen King, Lord Genome.
Until Kamina died. Oh wait. Shit, was that supposed to happen?
Nope, and it was all Simone's fault. He let his willpower waver, and his soul brother paid the price.
Oh, wow.
After all, he was just a humble digger, at home in the darkness, guided solely by the light of Kamina's spirit.
So his big bro left him with these final words. Have faith in the Simone who believes in you. damn.
Kamina was the one looking up to him the whole time. It was Simone who found Logon, Simone who pierced the surface, and Simone who would now lead humanity to victory.
Especially with his gal pal Nia at his side, who helped pull him out of his rut and kick Lord Genome's ass. But victory only lasted 7 years before the anti-spiral attacked.
Unimaginably powerful godlike aliens, the anti-spiral feared humanity's potential, what they dubbed the spiral nemesis.
Remember how Gurren Lagann runs on fighting spirit? Turns out that's just a manifestation of spiral power, an energy that all spiral beings, like humans, have. That's right, the laws of physics run on chutzpah. Just
What? He said all that and I ain't understand nothing. What the
as
fuck?
the spiral turned inward represents endless obsession and madness, the spiral
Ew.
turned outward spins forever into infinity, the perfect representation of humanity's evolutionary potential.
potential
Okay.
Simon would use as he led Team Dai Gurren across the multiverse to take the fight to the anti-spiral. And
Oh, that's what this from? Bro, when I first seen the anti-spiral, bro, terrified. That shit spooked me for a couple days. This shit ugly. Whatever this is ugly. That's a fire design, though, I ain't gonna lie.
this is when Gurren Lagann gets crazy.
Channeling spiral power lets you constantly adapt to threats, no matter how overwhelming. Simone can create portals to different realities and higher dimensions. He can generate force fields, absorb energy attacks, and even merge Gurren Lagann with bigger and stronger machines.
Creating the Arc Gurren Lagann, which is strong enough to shatter space and time with a punch.
Or the Super Galaxy Gurren Lagann, which can fire lasers that are fast enough to hit, and I quote, all time, space, and dimensions, all within a Planck instant.
That's the smallest unit of time physically possible.
Meaning each laser would have to be moving 4.6 times 10 to the 117th power times faster than light.
Why? What's the fucking point? Why do you need to move that damn fast? Why do lasers need to...
The guidebook says they hit an innumerable number of enemies across infinite universes. You literally cannot calculate how fast that is.
But it wasn't enough to escape the anti-spiral's greatest trap, the multiverse labyrinth, an attack that imprisons Simon in his own unique multiverse, forced to experience an infinite number of alternate realities that controlled his mind, permanently arresting him in a dream world.
Except Simon and his spiral power are just built different, and after being inspired by his bro, Simon absorbed that whole multiverse to escape.
What makes this even more impressive is that this labyrinth was 11-dimensional, meaning Simon absorbed a higher dimensional structure several orders of infinity greater than himself. The jump between
Oh, there's all these numbers and dimensions. Yeah, bro. Dimension. 11 dimensions. Is this whatchamacallit from Gravity Falls?
is basically infinite. Each new dimension adds a new direction of space that extends infinitely, thus an infinite gap in size and scope.
What?
Hey, I salute anybody that practicing whatever that is called. Cause now scientists, people that do research and whatever on space, I salute you, because now that just makes my brain hurt. 11 dimensions, bro, like what?
Just getting started. Imagine a
Just getting
two-dimensional
started.
drawing interacting with a three-dimensional person.
Okay, that's not too far off from what actually happened.
Because when Simon absorbed the multiverse labyrinth, he merged with every alternate universe version of himself, including an alternate universe Simon who is writing his own alternate universe version of Gurren Lagann. And that
What?
author's spiral power made his fictional Simon real, adding another to the mix.
So this nigga absorbed. I'm just finna repeat what he said, but like what? He absorbed himself in all. What? This nigga OP, what the fuck? And he just absorbed the nigga that was making a different version of what he got. And now he finna use him.
Has spiral power. You're telling me we can all do this shit?
This all gave our Simone enough spiral power to form the next step in mecha evolution, Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann.
This is when Gurren Lagann gets actually fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like shooting missiles that alter probability so they have 100% chance of hitting you, or tossing galaxies around like frisbees. Sorry, did I say galaxies? I meant universes.
Simon's power was so immense that he started generating super
Nigga, throwing universes is insane. Nigga, what? You niggas is causing... Bro, what am I listening to?
spiral space, a higher dimension encompassing our own universe.
With it, Simon turns his thoughts into reality, letting him create his mech and all of its weapons in the first place.
Not only
Look at
does
this
this
Franklin Richard for real.
pilots, he can also regenerate any damage done to him or his mech just by willing it back into existence.
Like when Lord Genome used spiral power to survive quantum breakdown, or the time Nia, now the best wife in the universe, used spiral power to constantly regenerate her body from being erased at the informational level for 7 days straight.
Information in physics is essentially the ones and zeros that make up every possible outcome in reality. Nia literally regenerated from the statistical certainty of her own destruction.
If I have spiral power, whiz, when the fuck is my leg growing back?
When even this was not enough for the anti-spiral, Simon evolved one more time.
Into Super Tangentopa Gurren Lagann!
This mech is so big, its size is literally incalculable. And with a drill somehow even larger than that, Simon and his friends shattered the anti-spiral once and for all.
Hey, cruel indifference of the universe! Meet the indomitable human spirit!
Proving Kamina's words prophetic, that Simon's drill is the drill that would pierce the heavens.
With no more worlds left to conquer, Simon chose to wander the earth for the rest of his days, in service to others.
Always looking up, for all the lights in the sky are stars, and every star another world of spiral cousins that can live free.
All thanks to a humble digger.
Okay, that I ain't gonna lie. I'm interested in this show. I might have to watch this shit. That shit hard.
The universe is a dangerous place. Should you find yourself face to face with an interdimensional vampire, alien dictators, or this one really pissed off cat, you know who to call.
The Green Lantern Corps.
Yes, sir.
The Space Fuzz, an intergalactic police
I ain't know Cal was a green.
force.
I'm gonna learn something. I'm gonna learn something. Shut up.
Leprechaun gods.
And the greatest Green Lantern among them was everyone's favorite,
Hal
Jordan.
You know him. You love him.
I wouldn't say I love him.
You might hate him, but you gotta respect him. And with a will as unbreakable as Hal's.
Until the day his will broke.
After his hometown got completely obliterated, Hal lost his mind. He rampaged through the core, killing everyone in his path, and absorbed the central power battery, the literal Green Lantern.
Becoming the Emerald Tyrant, Parallax.
There was only one survivor of Parallax's killing spree, Ganthet. And with what remained of his strength, he gave the last Green Lantern ring in the universe to a human, Kyle Rayner.
So, was Kyle picked for his indomitable willpower like Hal was?
No.
He was just there. He had no idea what was going on.
That's
Must feel good
crazy.
being given the most dangerous magical weapon in existence to figure out on your own. Hey, if Colonel
Nigga was a comic artist. He likes Superman, Asian movies, oh god. DC editorial jobs, love triangles, enemy of heat.
Sanders, Daffy Duck, Space Wheat, and a sentient box can master it, what's your excuse, Kyle?
The Green Lantern ring can do anything, fulfilling any wish its user desires as though it were a genie from a lamp.
It lets you fire energy blasts, create force fields, affect gravity, turn invisible and intangible, manipulate matter, time travel, warp reality, and erase things from existence.
Think we're exaggerating?
Erase things from existence? I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Well, consider the time Kyle stretched.
Damn, look at all this shit. Resistance to reality warping, antimatter, entropy, and I don't know how to pronounce that. And poison. They make animals? What the fuck?
The very fabric of space to increase the Planck length a billion times over. That's like stretching an inch into a light year.
Lanterns control time and space, letting them fly so fast they can create a Speed Force singularity.
Tapping into the Speed Force requires entering a higher dimension of space, requiring speeds that are not only faster than light, but totally immeasurable. And the rings have an artificial intelligence that operates just as fast, automatically protecting its user from danger.
Like the time that Poozer Kilowog survived being erased from existence by the Crisis on Infinite Earths.
The ring is fueled by its user's willpower and limited only by their imagination.
While Hal may have had the greatest willpower in the Corps, Kyle's imagination is unmatched, probably because he's a comic book artist. And we know from this show, they think of some wild shit.
But the Green Lantern's most recognizable ability is their constructs, Kyle's speciality.
Samurai armor, pirate ships, giant dragons, actual working home computers, and his favorite, super fighting robots. Hey, that one looks familiar.
Kyle can make them strong enough to lift the Spectre, who weighs as much as eternity.
Or hold back a 12.3 dimensional Big Bang. Wait,
12 point what?
Or hold back a 12.3 dimensional Big Bang.
Bro, what do 12.3 dimensional Big Bang? Is that like? Can somebody dumb that down for me? What do that mean? Like, what? There are signs in theoretical math that implies that the universe is layered well beyond known 11 dimensions, 12 and a third. I don't get it, bro. Is they actually talking about dimensions or dimensionals? Dimensional.
Point 3?
I'm lost.
DC's multiverse has 12.3 dimensions? That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
The ring's only downside is that it's limited to 24 hours before needing a recharge.
So it can...
So you gotta wait a day to use that bitch again. I wouldn't want to be a Lancer, bro. I don't know. I probably would, though.
blow up universes, but it has the battery of an iPhone. Never mind.
That's funny. This little bitch right here be dying. It's crazy.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Although I'd say Kyle's biggest weakness was Kyle. With great power came no responsibility.
Perhaps a manifestation of
Guarded by others as a major player, he describes himself as the rookie, insecure knowing that he wasn't selected as a Green Lantern like his predecessors. Oh God! Inheriting the ring instead of by Twist of Fate. I ain't gonna lie, I'd be the same way. I'd be downplaying myself a little bit. Cause like everybody else was like, yeah, the ring chose them. Me, somebody chose me to, you know, because of what was happening at the moment. Yeah, I'd be like, damn, do I really deserve this ring? Am I really up for the damn? Am I really up for the test? So yeah, I get where you coming from.
Kyle's self-doubt. Any reflection came too late, though, when one of Kyle's villains brutally murdered his girlfriend, Alex, and put her body in a fridge.
Kyle wasn't...
Crash out easily, yeah. Fuck all that down talk I was just talking about. I'm crashing out, boy. I'm using everything that the ring is providing me, boy. I'm using all of it. Reality warping, time manipulation, all that.
The only one traumatized. This moment was so infamous, it started the trope called fridging.
For how female characters are often sacrificed as mere plot devices to further a male character's development.
So it might surprise you that it happened to Kyle again.
Kyle finally got serious.
Twice? Yeah, the whole world, boy. The whole universe is under my control. I'm sorry.
He became a prominent member of the Justice League, faced off against Hal, and
wait, what?
Kyle finally got serious. He became a prominent member of the Justice League.
Who was all this? Why Superman white and blue?
Finally got serious. He became a prominent member.
Is this an alternate universe? Why is Superman white and blue? Who the fuck is this? I'm finna say, is this Thor? But I see the hook. That's Aquaman.
Of the Justice League, faced off against Hal, and even rebuilt the Green Lantern Corps better than ever.
But little did he know, this torchbearer's greatest journey had only just begun.
In order to save Ganthet from an emotional lobotomy, it's a long story, he had to master all the colors of the emotional electromagnetic spectrum.
There are 7 colors, each representing a different emotion.
I know red is anger. I just know red, green, red, and yellow. I didn't know all these other ones even exist.
The yellow light of fear lets Kyle manipulate the worst horrors in your mind. the more scared you are of him, the
Oh,
stronger.
it's all right here. Red is. Oh, these the powers. Rage inflection, blood absorption. Blue is healing. Sapphire is mind control, crystals. Indigo is portals, compassion. Red is energy and soul. Yellow is fear. White is control over life, resurrection, clairvoyance, astral communication, life equation.
He becomes.
Orange light is fueled by bottomless avarice, possessing Kyle to absorb not merely his enemies' attacks, but also their souls.
Red is rage, ripping out Kyle's heart and replacing his blood with napalm, which sounds like it sucks, but it's metal as hell.
Blue light is
Facts.
powered by hope and allows Kyle to heal wounds, resist mental domination, and supercharge his ring.
Indigo is compassion, reducing his opponent's will to fight and letting him open portals across space, connecting him to others.
The final one was the Sapphire Light of Love. With it, he can trap enemies within crystal
Yeah, Lobo?
matrices and control their minds. But Kyle only mastered it by forgiving himself for Alex's tragic death.
Oh, self-love. I get it. Must be nice. And with their powers combined, he doesn't just make his enemies taste the rainbow.
The lights of the spectrum merged, and Kyle became a White Lantern with total control over the power of life.
Wiz, I cannot think of an attack more useless in a death battle than something that makes you live.
Empowered by the
Facts.
physical embodiment of all life in the DC multiverse, Kyle is vastly more powerful than any other lantern in existence.
Damn, you are the
Stronger
greatest
than
lantern.
hell. Who could harness the energy of every power battery across the multiverse?
Not only can Kyle instantly heal all wounds, purify corruption, and resurrect the dead, the white light of life is strong enough to go up against threats to all of creation, like the Anti-Monitor.
Okay, so it's not total.
Okay, wait. Before he even get into this, can he heal himself or just other people? That's the only question I got. Because the white is, you know, life and all that, but can he regenerate limbs and all that shit with that power? And fighting, what?
Totally useless.
Especially after
Anti-Monitor?
Kyle visited the Source and acquired the life equation. Essentially the source code to reality, the life equation is mathematical proof that life is worth living.
With it, Kyle can alter all of reality at a whim, even threatening the new gods like Darkseid.
The life equation, like its counterpart, the anti-life equation, is a conceptual artifact from a higher reality, originating in a platonic realm that is, in a sense, more real than we are.
Contained a supernova, survived the Big Bang that reached the DCU, outsped the laws of physics, surpassed Hal Jordan power, defeated Wonder Woman, Parallax, Amazo, and
So it's
Oblivion.
not a shock that the equation made Kyle too powerful.
He struggled to control it, and it subconsciously manifested a being composed of his fears and anxieties. Oblivion. Kyle's greatest weakness was still himself.
Kyle spent his whole life struggling with the power that the gods granted him, and throughout it all, he always rose to the occasion, carrying the universe on his back.
But ultimately, the only way to stop power from corrupting is to spread it. So Kyle split the life equation into pieces to found his second core, the White Lanterns. And together, they shattered Oblivion, destroying the self-doubt that plagued Kyle once and for all.
Not bad for a comic book geek from LA.
And now he was the one giving out rings of unlimited power to people who weren't sure if they could command it.
So he told them the truth. You can't teach someone how to use such power. You have to learn yourself, making mistakes along the way.
But with the power of life at their command, there's no end to their journey, only endless beginnings.
Okay. Not gonna lie, I liked his story. It was just a battle with himself. He just learned that, I'm gonna have to look into him too. But who's gonna win this death battle? I don't know. Both of these niggas can rewrite reality. I genuinely don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. Cal got the life equation or whatever. Simon is just, I don't know, just out of this world, literally.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
If I have to pick, I'm gonna say, I don't know, bro. I want to say Cal, but Simon, I can't pick, bro. I can't pick, bro. This is a good one. I don't know.
All right, I'm not rusty at all.
Hey dude, Green Lantern Officer Kyle Rayner here. Ring says you've got a Class A galactic super weapon, whatever that is. I'm thinking it's the giant mech. Why don't you hand it over?
Gurren Lagann's mine, officer. Just who the hell do you think you are?
This nigga.
I'm told I'm bad with authority.
Damn.
Tell me about it. 4.
That's funny.
That's nothing.
I love that they doing the comic stuff for him because I like that.
Drill will pierce the heavens.
Now this music doing something to my ears. Wait.
That's really cool. I'm a lantern.
We do the impossible.
See the invisible.
Touch the untouchable.
Break the unbreakable.
If you ain't know,
Now you know. I'm Simone the Digger. If there's a wall in my way, I'll smash it down.
Okay. Stop that shit, little nigga. Yeah, hold that.
think about your fear of death, your love of your
Nigga trying to talk no jutsu. Please stop fighting, bro. Think about yourself. Think about your family back at home. What they'll think when you're dead. Like, come on, bro.
friends, your compassion for me, your hope for the future. Choose life.
Have faith in the Simone that believes in you.
Willpower. Oh my god. I forgot all about that. But I don't know. I'm gonna just let it play.
Super Tekken Topa Gurren Lagann! My drill is the drill that will transcend the heavens! Giga Drill Free!
Nigga just got happy. Like, nigga say, you know what? I'm gonna try that and put every ring together. Like, nigga just broke the fucking.
The super weapon wasn't your mech.
It was me.
Then, Simone, I'm taking you in brightest day, in
Damn.
blackest night. No evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's
Did he absorb the ring?
Let those who worship evil's might beware my
Oh no. Okay.
Green Lantern fly!
Let's see you grit those teeth!
Oh wow.
You'd make a good lantern.
Simone of Earth, you have been chosen.
Just who the hell do you think I am?
KO! For the guy with the snazzy sunglasses!
When both combatants possessed unlimited power.
I like this one. They both had feats, bro. That shit was cool. I ain't gonna lie. I just didn't know which one was gonna win, bro. But yeah, bro, this was a good one. I ain't gonna lie. This was great. I fuck with this so much, bro. I didn't know much about both, but now I know a little more than what I knew before, and like I fuck with that. I really do. I fuck with this one. Want more videos like this? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I post another video. And yeah, see y'all boys in this video. Peace.
Swear to God, I gotta get my shit together. Young nigga known around these parts, I can pop my shit wherever. I'm walking with God and these Dior's used to dance with the devil. Young nigga, it takes some sacrifice to make it to this level. Yeah, I put in that work, nigga, I ain't cry about it.